When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on another SEC rival, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Texas offense will go to work first. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. And the Longhorns can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
Back to throw, it's Manning. Grab near the marker, it's Wingo. Across the 25, he's got room. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's out of bounds at his own 16-yard line, and he just couldn't find the corner on that return. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone.
Turning it on! Rumbles up to the 27 before going out of bounds, and the running game gets it done there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot. But that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Got his man downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
Quick handoff. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Man, he tried to do all he could. He broke one tackle, but my goodness, guys were hitting him left and right in the backfield.
This is a staple for any good defensive coordinator. They want their guys to swarm to the football, to gang tackle. If one guy misses, another one's there.
No doubt. And the staple for the offensive coordinator or the offensive line coach is block those guys. Don't watch them tackle other guys.
They boot it away on 4th down. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They're working that left side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Leaves it with the back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll ride the hot hand. Breaks into the open. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the 2nd level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
Bringing the heat. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. He stopped, not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind. And that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy. And that's what caused the interception.
Fires downfield. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the thing about the jet sweep is oftentimes it gets the defense confused. They can't find the ball, but not that time. Great job of eye discipline defensively, finding who had the ball, and then using their speed to get there to make a nice tackle.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Hunt is on its way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Manning. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. There he goes. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. The Longhorns, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Tight end finds a soft spot. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to throw it. A little release to the back. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Well, the defense got the stop there on 3rd and 1. Let's see if they can do it again here on 4th and inches, Dave.
I just got to find a way to fall forward, be physical. We work on this all week. You know you're going for it on 4th.
Pulls and fires complete. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and goal. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to blast their way in. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one today.
On 2nd and goal, he carries again. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, want to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gilmore. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Quick release by the QB.
Well, the offense is trying to get a big-time playmaker the ball out in space quickly with the wide receiver screen, but the defense is having none of it.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the RPO, complete. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Get it out on the screen. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Number 48, on to punt it away.
Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight.
And the Texas offense will take over. 1st and 10.
To the air, it's Manning. He's going for a big play downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Quick completion on the out. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. He lets one fly deep. Got it inside the 10. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
Off play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Longhorns! Fired in from the red zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him, Reese.
Bringing it back. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Maybe some nerves on that return, but a fortunate bounce, and they'll retain possession. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
That's reeled in. It's long. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's Manning. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gilmore. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
Here's the handoff. Just ran over it. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Leaves it with the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He leaves it with his back. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is.
Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
It's complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing it. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for the big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Caught behind the line. It's Baxter. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Manning. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. And now this offense will try to overcome that 2nd down incompletion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Rides the back on the option, the give. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after it, as you saw it on that sack there.
I would not want to be the offensive coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays, and now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. This offense has it with really good field position. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Finds a man on the left. And he makes a completion there. Set up and in business at the 20. The Longhorns have moved it inside the 20. From the gun. Give on the inside. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but They're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Looking down the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Hester. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Love the location of the throw on that slant pass. Put it out in front of the receiver. Put it on his face mask so he can catch it and try to advance.
The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. He did not make it. A stone wall on 3rd down. And here comes the punt team. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to throw. It's Allen. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed in.
Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Handoff from the gun. Got the first down and more. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And I think as a running back, if you're this guy, you're licking your chops right now. This is what you want, right? You've got a big lead in the 4th quarter, and you're smiling because you know you are going to get the rock. They're going to force feed you the football to try and ice this game. And he's paying him off right now. That's a really nice run.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. After this, it'll be a wrap. Give to the running back. Absolutely really nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love